There we go. Now rolling.
Fuck, I'm stoned.
What are you never stoned?
It's 4:30.
It's close enough.
Yeah, exactly. I was filling the pipe with 4:20, so it still counts.
It's 7:30 here, but it's close enough. It's like they say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Well, it's 4:20 somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, I don't know what we're going to talk about.
I know what I want to make for the next WWE Studios film, though.
What?
I want to see a remake of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, because I just read the best news yesterday. John Laurinaitis, Mr. Personality, Johnny Ace, has somehow managed to get engaged to Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, the Bella twins' mother. So there's a good, unless things go sour, Johnny Ace is going to be Bryan Danielson's stepdad-in-law.
That sounds terrible.
But just imagine the belt.
I don't know. What in the world? Okay, so you got Daniel Bryan, who's arguably probably the best wrestler in the past 10 years, and you have Johnny Ace, which is the worst wrestler of all time.
I don't know. He seems to have made a move that lasted forever, though.
True.
He had a couple of 5-star matches. Granted, they were with better people, but, you know.
He had 5-star matches, but he stayed in the corner the whole time.
We're just going to let Quada and Kobayashi do what they have to do.
Exactly. He'll just sit next to Mrs. Baba and just have him pet her hair or whatever. She'll pet his hair. There we go. Fuck, I really am stoned.
I don't know. It was just so random yesterday. I'm just reading the news bits and it says John Laurinaitis engaged to Brie Bella twins' mother, and I'm like, how did that happen? And
he put the moves on her. He put the moves on her just like he did Mrs. Baba.
I'm John Laurinaitis, and I think you're...
I've been looking at you from afar away, and I think you and me would be very compatible.
People power!
What kind of power play do you think he'd get if he ended up marrying this woman? I mean, is really marrying the diva's mother, the head diva's mother, like, going to get you a big push in the company?
Well,
it's a guaranteed spot. It's a guaranteed spot for life, granted, and it's guaranteed money for the rest of your life.
Well, considering this is how he's worked his way up the corporate ladder his entire life, you don't go from.
So if he had gotten into the if he had gotten to the WWF in the '90s, he would have ended up marrying Stephanie. Is what you're saying?
Considering all things possible, yes, I do believe he could have ended up with Stephanie.
All right, okay, because Triple H kind of looks like John Laurinaitis, only not so much of the nose. But, I mean, he kind of works like John.
And Triple H, at the beginning of his career, did use the Ace Crusher as a finisher.
There you go, see? So, there's something to the Ace Crusher. He gets powerful women in big-time promotions really, really wet.
Yeah, so, Nikki, although not married to John Cena, let's face facts, she controls things, because she's the top diva, and...
She controls John Cena.
She controls John Cena. She who controls Cena controls the world.
Controls the wrestling. Controls the WWE.
So Johnny Ace becoming her stepdad, in turn, I don't know at this point. I think it's hilarious. Johnny Ace can be...
Okay, now, Johnny Ace... So does that mean Cena has a bigger spot than Johnny Ace does? Because I could imagine Johnny Ace not getting that big of a spot now. And then when he marries into the family, do you think he'll try to tell Cena, like, what to do? Like, I know he's going to go up to both Daniel and he's going to go up to John Cena. He's going to go, listen, I'll give you a father figure, like all stepdads do. But do you think he'll, like, actually try to tell them what to do?
Now, John, you've been with my darling little Nikki for a long time now. When are you going to make an honest woman out of her?
She's not your daughter, Johnny. She's close enough.
I hired her. I mean, I was the one looking at the swimsuit catalog, and I hired her.
I got to look at her glamour shot before you did, Cena.
People power!
Can you imagine Thanksgiving in that home, in the Bella home, with Johnny Ace and Daniel and John Cena being there? This is terrible. I need some more drugs.
I'm just imagining the Thanksgiving dinner toast. Now, I like to make a toast to my...
Okay, Johnny Laurinaitis kind of sounds like offbeat version of the principal from Beavis and Butthead.
No, that's the best part. Beavis and Butthead, what are you... John Cena and Daniel Bryan, what the hell are you doing?
Cena and Bryan, you're both expelled.
He said expelled. I wonder who Coach Buzzcut is in that family. Oh, it's Road Warrior Animal, that's right. Because if John Laurinaitis ends up getting married to Bree and Nikki's mother, then he'll be stepdad to Daniel Bryan, stepdad-in-law. Road Warrior Animal will be brother-in-law to step-brother-in-law to Daniel Bryan. Is that not the weirdest family in the world?
We should just be happy that, like, he's not joining. We should just be happy it's not, like, Teddy trying to marry into the family, or Teddy Hart trying to marry into the family or anything. That way, it'd be, like, fucking even more confusing. Because there's Johnny, there's Road Warrior Animal. Isn't there another one?
Road Warrior Animal's son, James, but he plays for the St. Louis Rams, so he isn't wrestling yet.
But he'll be wrestling pretty soon. He'll be wrestling by 30.
Yeah.
So, fuck.
Who would ever guess watching those old... we love watching our old NWA shows. Who would ever guess that guy who accompanied the Sheepherders to the ring back in 1988, waving the New Zealand flag, would end up in such a position of power someday?
It's the damnedest thing who in the world gets power. I'm amazed half the time by who in the world gets fucking power. I'm amazed Paul Heyman has power. I'm amazed that, Eric Bischoff still has power to a point. I'm amazed people still talk to Vince Russo.
And agree with him, nonetheless.
No. People are agreeing with Vince Russo? Shit. It took almost 20 years, but finally somebody started to agree with Vince Russo.
I'm just thinking back to, like, 1988. And who was on television back then? I mean, you could see Barry Windham running a company someday. Maybe Tully Blanchard. Well, maybe not 1988 Tully Blanchard, but
but less cocaine infused Tully Blanchard.
Less cocaine infused.
At least take over for his dad's promotion for a while.
Right. You could see all these guys, running companies back then, but never in my mind did I ever think that someday, that guy waving the flag for the Sheepherders, he's going to be in a position of power someday where he's really 2 or 3 heartbeats away from being like president of the WWE again or something.
Dude, that's what it is. Johnny Ace is Hillary Clinton. Johnny Ace is a couple of bullet shots away from the highest position in the WWE.
Oh God. It's true if you think about the corporate structure and everything. I mean, he's just a quote unquote producer, road agent right now. But if he gets in good with the Bellas, I'm sure they'll just to keep everyone happy. I'm sure they'll when Triple H gets into power, you have a good track record.
To keep everybody happy, and to keep him out of their mom's house.
Just keep him on the...
Listen, baby, I know I married you, but I'm going to crash on the couch for a while, okay?
Like, I could see John Laurinaitis becoming the actual what the hell's that? Director of Operations that Job Kane has? Why not?
Dude, I'm amazed. I really am amazed. It's nothing like it used to be.
It's 2015.